Good morning, students. Students, today we are going to do the question answers of chapter 2. So, let's start with question number 7 about the Diwani rights. So, the securing of Diwani rights of Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa in the Treaty of Allahabad after the Battle of Buxar was the turning point of political ambition of the English East India Company in India. Comment: the securing of Diwani rights of Bengal. So, Diwani rights, Diwani means right to collect taxes. So, after the Battle of Buxar, Britishers got this right, Diwani right, and after that, they just start collecting the taxes, means revenues, and land revenue was the most important source of income of the British. So, the securing of Diwani rights of Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha was a turning point of the political ambition of the East India Company, because now the company could use the vast resources of their fertile and prosperous region for the company's use and expenses. Company trade, maintenance of the army, and the administrative expenses could be borne with this rich revenue. Question number 9 is: the East India Company did not adopt the policy of direct attack but a diplomatic method to conquer the territories in India. Why? What kind of diplomatic method? Diplomatic method means, British, they introduced like the doctrine of lapse, then the policy of paramountcy, then Diwani rights, they start collecting the taxes. So such kind of diplomatic methods that were used by the British. They knew that they were much less in number as compared to the Indians and would not be able to launch a direct military attack to India. So it was not possible for them to bring English soldiers from England in large numbers. So they adopted various diplomatic methods to conquer Indian territories. Question number 9 is: explain the judicial administrative system introduced by the company in 1772. So Warren Hastings, the first Governor General of India, was chosen by the board of directors. So after that, Warren Hastings, he introduced a new system of justice. After this new justice that was established in 1772, so two courts were established: a civil court and criminal court. A civil court called Diwani Adalat and criminal court called Nizamat Adalat. And Supreme Court, that was in Calcutta, and where the cases of the British officials only here. After that, registrar courts and subordinate courts were there, and registrar courts were headed by the Britishers and subordinate courts were headed by the Indian judges. So overall we can say that two courts were established in each districts of a presidency: a civil court, Diwani Adalat, and a criminal court, Fauzdari Adalat. So in addition, two additional superior courts were established in Calcutta called the Sadar Diwani Adalat and called the Sadar Nizamat Adalat. Now question number 10 is: the chapter traces the gradual rise to power of the British in India. What do you think were the underlying factors that help them to achieve the status of ruling power? So reasons for the success of the Britishers. So number 1 is the political disunity of India and the internal quarrels among the Indian rulers. It means that the weakness of the Indian rulers. The British administrative policies were very efficient to manage the huge territories of India, means superior army and the navy of the British. And the strategies that were used by the British, like the subsidiary alliances, the doctrine of lapse, which helped them, the British, to conquer most of the Indian territories. So we can say that there was no unity in the Indian rulers, and British took advantage of their rivalries and tried to instigate one against the another. And the British army was better trained, better equipped, and better disciplined than the Indian soldiers. So students, you have to learn all these answers. Thank you.